Good morning, Joanna.
Hello, teacher. Good morning. How are you?
I feel great.
Okay,
What
that's
about
good.
you?
I'm great too.
Ok. Esperemos, Joana, a ver si ahorita se conectan tus compañeros. ¿Listo?
Listo, profe. Sí, señora.
Ok.
Profe, una cosita.
Dime.
Lo que pasa es que en la clase anterior creo que ninguno de mis compañeros ni yo pudimos ver el chat. El chat aquí en la reunión.
Mm, para, la verdad, no sé por qué problema. O sea, no pueden ninguno ni escribir ni enviar nada.
No, no, señora.
Tan raro.
Porque
¿No
normalmente
le da una opción?
pues aquí en los tres punticos donde dice más, dice no mostrar chat. Y hay como un simbolito similar al de Messenger. Y no,
Sí.
no veo otra opción.
Tan raro.
Sí, pues sería, profe, si nos haces el favor de enviarnos a WhatsApp los links mientras solucionamos el problema.
Ah, claro, yo los voy a enviar todos por ahí.
Listo, sí, señora. Porque creo que eso fue lo que pasó la vez pasada, por eso no pude entrar al juego.
Ah, claro. Ujú. Ah, listo. Entonces, eso lo voy a tener en cuenta para enviarle mejor todos el material por WhatsApp. ¿Listo?
Listo, sí, señora. Gracias, profe.
Ok. Ok, good morning, Carlos.
Good morning.
How are you, Carlos?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
Okay. I'm fine too, thank you. Bueno, esperemos un minuto a ver si el otro compañero entra y comenzamos con la clase, ¿listo? Okay, dear student, welcome back to our second class on another tense. Today we're going to do different activities that help you increase your vocabulary in this learning process in a foreign language. Now I'm going to show one my slides presentation right now. Tell me guys, are you on my screen?
Yes,
Yes.
teacher.
Okay, thank you. Okay, and this first activity, you're going to listen to a beautiful song called Lemon Tree by Fall Garden. Okay, and this activity is to improve and practice your listening skill. I am sending you by chat. Cuando terminen, por favor, me envían el resultado, ¿listo?
Teacher, can you please send the link in the WhatsApp chat?
Yes. Right now, I'm sending you.
Thank you.
I'm sitting here in the boring room. It's just another rainy Sunday afternoon. I'm wasting my time, I got nothing to do. I'm hanging around, I'm waiting for you, but nothing ever happens. And I wonder, I'm driving around in my car. I'm driving too fast, I'm driving too far. I'd like to change my point of view. I feel so lonely, I'm waiting for you, but nothing ever happens. And I wonder how, I wonder why. Yesterday you told me about the blue, blue sky, and all that I can see is just a yellow lemon tree. I'm turning my head up and down. I'm turning around, and all that I can see is just another lemon tree. Sing da 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 dee da 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 dee da da dee dee da. I'm sitting here at Mr. Paul. I'd like to go out, taking a shower, but there's a heavy cloud inside my head. I feel so tired, put myself into bed. Well, nothing ever happened, and I wonder. Isolation is not good for me. Isolation, I don't want to sit on the lemon tree. I'm stepping around in the desert of joy. Maybe anyhow I'll get another toy and everything will happen. And you wonder, I wonder how, I wonder why. Yesterday you told me about the blue, blue sky, and all that I can see is just another lemon tree. I'm turning my head up and down, turning around, and all that I can see is just a yellow lemon tree. And I wonder how, I wonder why. Yesterday you told me about the blue, blue sky, and all that I can see, and all that I can see. And all that I can see is just a yellow lemon tree.
Teacher, to what mail do we send the results?
And what's a group, please? Okay.
A WhatsApp group?
Yeah.
Should I take a screenshot?
Yeah, please.
Okay.
Joana, Carlos, ustedes tuvieron creo que el mismo error. Entonces recuerden que cuando vamos a conjugar ing en algunos verbos, especialmente en este step, tienen que agregar siempre la siguiente consonante, similar, ¿ok?
Okay, teacher. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, let's continue with another activity. I'm going to ask you some questions, okay? I have your names on the roulette board, okay? So I'm going to get a road and then we're going to answer the questions, okay? David. Tell me. The first question. Oh, Dani no está.
No, parece que no todavía.
No, profe.
Okay, continue with another one. Carlos.
The first one.
Oh, please.
What kind of dreams do you have? So I most of the time I don't remember the dreams that I have. I'm a not dreaming sleeper, something like that I think it's called. But every now and then I have ones and they're normal. I see myself in some place that a lot of the time where I am is a place that I don't know, and I'm with my family or alone. But yeah, it's always in the nature, some landscape, the ones that I can remember. But as I told before, most of the time I don't remember my dreams. That's all.
Okay, thank you. Please continue the next one.
Do you feel that problems in life are opportunities? Why or why not? Mm, maybe it depends on the person, I think. But no, to say that problems are opportunities is to generalize too much, I think, because a problem can be the death of a family member or a friend or someone special to you, and that's a problem. But I don't think it's an opportunity. But also, people say that you have to learn from your mistakes and get to take challenges can make you a better person. But to say that all problems are opportunities, I don't think that's right. I think it's generalizing too much there. That's
Okay,
all.
thank you. Yeah, I agree with you. Thank you. Please, the last one.
Which celebrity would you like to meet? What would you do if you could spend a day with that with this person? Hmm, I don't know. Uh, maybe someone like uh, a philosopher, or a person who works in science, a scientist, or someone like that. Maybe, but I can't say a name right now. But yeah, someone like that, with someone like him or he or her. I would like to meet and to talk all day, to talk about life and the universe or something like that. I think that would be a really amazing experience, and it can change my way of seeing life, and it can be useful. That's more important, I think. Yeah, that's
Okay.
all.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, Joanna, would you like to be famous? Why or why not?
I think I don't like because be famous. I think the kid of in your life, the opportunity of be alive in peace with the family. I think maybe I know walk in the street in peace, because all the people want take a photos, autographs. So I don't like be famous.
Okay, Joanna, thank you. Please, the next one. What are your current goals in life?
What are your current goals in life? In this moment, my goals in little time it's complete the requisites to be a part. So now I think so much in that, and I project my time with my work, my study. It's sometimes it's difficult because the time it's little, but in this moment my my goals it's travel to United States.
Okay, me too. Okay, the last one. What did
What
you
the
like to do when you were a child?
um, when I did child, I like be a pediatric. I don't know how to pronounce pediatric.
Yeah, pediatric.
Pediatric, yes. So when I'm growing, um, and I study and learning to be nurse, so I choose the bad idea because the career of the heart it's very hard. You have to see many horror things in the hospital, many patients. So uh, my ideas change when I growing. Now I want a t-shirt.
Okay, thank you, Joanna. Please, Carlos, continue in another's
Do
question.
you the three of all three or just one?
Yeah, all three.
Do you think change is important in people's life? Well, I think change is life itself. I will say it's I don't think it's important or it's not. It's there. Things will change as long as the planet keeps turning or the earth keeps spinning. Time will pass and things will change. That's how it is. So we will change in one way or another. People will change, so things will change. So I don't think it's important or not. It's just there. And the next one, how long have you studied English? So I started, I think, in fifth grade in school, and I finished high school. Then I went to university for 2 years and take two courses. I think English one and two. And yeah, that's all. Most of uh, most of my English study, I made it by myself, watching content in English, internet content or movies and things like that. And the next one is, do you think it is more important for you to eat healthy or tasty food? Um, I think is both important. So it I mean, healthy food can be tasty also, so it you can like have a balance between those, but the more important thing is to not eat too much of just one thing. I think like don't eat too much bread or too much sugar, but use uh, consume many types of alimentos. I don't know how to say alimentos. So yeah, I think both are important.
Okay, Carlos. Thank you. Joanna?
Okay. Why did you do last weekend? The same of the every week of the weekend. I in my work I have turns, so some weekends I can break. Um, when I break, so I stay in house or I go with my family to visit another's families, aunties, uncles, or mm, the plan I more do we do are in the Sundays. It's watch movies with my brother in my mother's in the Netflix.
Oh, very good.
What countries would you travel to if you were to do a world trip? In United States, definitely in United States to to improve my speaking, my listening, uh, all which I think travel to United States.
Very good.
How
How
often?
often do you go out with your friends?
Oh, um, maybe one time in the month, uh, because I don't have more time to share it with my friends, and my friends have babies or in her works too, so we can we can no sé cómo, cómo decirlo, no podemos ponernos de acuerdo. It's difficult.
Okay. Okay, Joanna. Thank you. Okay, in this activity, you're going to continue participating. So in this case, and you're going to have 2 minutes, and you're going to choose a number for my slice, and you're gonna have 2 minutes to do it. Okay. Please, Carlos, tell me. Choose a number.
4.
4. Okay. Tell for 2 minutes about your favorite book.
Okay. So that's kind of rough. I
Movie.
don't read too much. but I read a book almost entirely. I didn't finish it. It was called Sapiens by Yuval Noah Harari. I think that's how you say it. And it's a book about the history of humanity since we were apes almost, since we were since we separate from the other primates, and how we slowly evolve, and how we invented our first tools, how we used fire, how we spread around the world, and then the beginnings of society, and the first towns, and the 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 discovering or the adaptation or agriculture, and how that was the starting point to become the society and how we live today, and
Okay.
all
Thank
the
you. Thank
interesting
you.
things
Thank
that
you.
happen next.
Thank you, Carlos. 2 minutes, okay?
Okay.
Please, Joanna, choose a number.
2.
Tell us for 2 minutes about your best friend.
Okay. I meet with my best friends when I was in the tree period in the school. Her name is Tatiana. She have 23 years old. We are friends for I think 11 years, maybe. Mm, uh, with her is the unity I meet. She have a baby. The baby have 6 years. Um, we um, we understand very well. We have the some attractions.
Okay.
Um,
Thank you, Joanna.
okay.
Yes, Carlos, choose a number.
5.
Okay. Tell us for 2 minutes about your favorite season.
Well, my favorite season, well, as we all know, here we don't have seasons, but if we are talking about weather, I prefer the cold weather because I have lived in a cold place almost all my life, so I'm pretty used to the cold weather. And what season I would like to experience by myself, I think, is fall. It's cold, and I think the colors of the trees and the nature are pretty for in that time. Uh, and also, if you can also start to see, no, I don't think you can see snow in fall, but it's it's an interesting season, and I think the the food is also very good by that time because that's a harvest time or harvest session, I think, season, I think. And yeah, that's all.
Okay. Thank you. Joanna, choose a number.
8.
Okay, tell for 2 minutes about your favorite film.
My favorite film. I had many, but I think my favorite is En busca de la felicidad. Because the movie, this movie, learned about the having the character Will Smith, as well. It's my favorite. And always I see this movie, I feel nostalgic. Uh, um, the experience with her film, it's so special because in that moment when I see that movie, my family not pass with the best moment. So because this reason, I think I feel uh, always nostalgic.
Okay, Joanna, thank you. Okay, guys, thank you for participating. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, I want to share with you this motivation phrase in your learning process to continue learning this wonderful language, dear students. Okay, to be discouraged is often the last key in the bash, sorry, that opens the lock. ¿Quién me dice qué significa?
Eh, eh, dice, pues como que cada vez que se cierra una llave, siempre habrá otra abierta, más o menos.
Ya, no te desanimes, ¿no? No te desanimes porque a veces a menudo la última llave es la que abre la cerradura. Okay. Okay, guys. Today is all about the past perfect continuous tense. Okay, this tense is also called the past perfect progressive tense. The reason why it's called like the past because it has a simple past perfect because it contains a past participle and this tense has the verb continuous, which means it's taken about some action that continues. And because it ends in a ing form or a present participle, therefore the past perfect continuous links the past. Okay, we use the past perfect continuous to talk about actions that continue for a period of time before another action or situation in the past. We use it to focus on the duration of the action. Okay, the action may or may not have continued up to the moment we are talking about it. For example, speaking about a situation in which people were asked to wait for a long period or maybe some another anticipatory action to place. So some good examples may be the following sentence. Okay. We've been living in Italy for 3 years when we first met. When I woke up outside, there it had been raining. James had been teaching at the university for more than a year before he left for Asia. Another examples. He had been working hard for years. They had been talking to the teacher the whole morning. Lisa had been dancing for 2 hours before she got tired. Okay. It's not only about two options in the past. For example, it had been working hard all day. So I was tired. Now I tell you that at some point in the past, doesn't matter when, maybe last night, or maybe yesterday, maybe last week, maybe last year, okay, doesn't matter, but I have been working hard all day. At that time, from this time to this time, um, so I was tired, okay? Okay, in this time, to this time, present, I was tired. So it's just talking about two things that happened in the past and therefore was in the past. So this continue from a point in the past, okay? The number one to another point in the past, okay? The number two, but it doesn't touch the present. Okay, you're going to understand it exactly a little bit more as you could look, okay? Through more examples. Please, Carlos, could you read the example, please? The first.
I had been doing the dishes when John arrived.
Okay, thank you. Joanna, the next one, please.
I had been removing the trash when my dad called.
Okay, please continue, Carlos.
We had been trying to open the door for 5 minutes when Jane found her key.
Okay, Joanna.
It had been raining hard for several hours and the streets were very wet.
Her friends had been thinking of calling the police when she walked in.
Okay. Okay, now I'm going to talk about the form in the past perfect continuous, okay? Me gustaría también que ustedes también tomaran nota o tomaran como un pantallazo y lo pusieran en Word para que ustedes también lo tengan listo. Okay. Okay, the past perfect continuous or past perfect progressive is composed this way. No? Subject plus had plus been plus main verb ing. Okay. Had and been followed by the main verb ing for which is common for all continuous tense. They have been wearing for a long time. For example, she has been feeling unwell since last time. And of course, for negative sentence, we just add not. For example, I have not been doing the dishes when John arrived. I really just give you a quick overview here because what I really want to focus on today is when to use the past perfect continuous. Okay, the conjugation is fairly simple because only the subject changes, okay? Okay, for examples, we have been working for 12 hours by time we finished the project. Another example, Susan had been complaining for weeks when he finally purchased her the new car. Okay, now two fours are available here for the positive four. I can see the four. That is true for all the subjects, okay? Youth, have children, okay? Mm, okay, continue. Remember, I can use it when I want to express a cause, when I want to stress the duration of the action, or just specify that it lasted for a certain time. Okay, continue with another example. Okay, here there is another example. Okay, Marsh had been cooking for hours when the guests arrived. So in the sentence, uh, Mars has started cooking probably long before the guests arrived. The food wasn't ready when they did arrive. Okay, the cooking was incomplete. So whether or not she was actually in the process of cooking when her guests arrive at the door doesn't really matter. It isn't important. The fact is that the cooking wasn't complete, so they didn't have anything to eat. So that means that the past perfect continues, such as a long continuing action, that isn't necessarily in the progress at the specific moment in the past, but the consequence of that action has an impact on that specific moment in the past, because the impact is that her guests are there but there is not food to eat. Okay, she hasn't finished, so there is the impact on that particular moment. Okay. Mm, okay, order to past events. For example, Marsh had been cooking for several hours, but the meal still wasn't ready when her guests arrived. In this sentence, there is a time reference. So, in the past perfect continuous, we often specify a duration or a period of time, of course, using the adverbs, okay, guys? For example, for cents, and we do this to really emphasize the duration or the length of the action. Okay, for example, another example, she had been studying since 7 a.m. Not she was studying since 7 a.m. That's incorrect. They had because they had been cooking for hours, not they were cooking for hours. Okay, guys, can you hear me?
Yes, teacher. Uh,
Okay.
I have a question. So,
Mm,
in this case, we don't include the specific hours?
yes, it's for and since the adverbs. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Okay. Use in the tense. We use past perfect continuous. As I told you before, past perfect continuous is used to talk about action or situation that we're in progress before some and other actions. It is used to show that the cause of an action to make there conditional to use we reported speech. Okay. Okay, past perfect continuous, the fashion. Tense is used in the following situation and has the following functions, okay? When we talk about a situation or an activity which took place before another event in the past. In this case, we use a expression or duration that was in progress before another activity or time in the past, such as, for example, time expressions. For 5 minutes, for 2 weeks, sense, it can be used in the tense. However, the duration does not continue until now. It stops before something else in the past. For example, they had been talking for hour before Brandon arrived. Please, Carlos, read the first sentence, please.
The water had been boiling for half an hour before I noticed it. Noticed it.
Notice that. Okay.
Noticed.
Please, Joanna.
Okay, it had been snowing the world day, and the children wanted to go skiing. How to pronounce skiing?
Yeah.
Skiing.
Very good.
Okay.
Please continue, Carlos.
Mike wanted to sit down because he had been standing all day at work.
Okay, perfect. Joanna.
She had been working at that company for 5 years when it went out of business.
Okay.
The
Continue.
customers had been waiting for 3 hours just to get in the door when the store finally opened.
Okay, it's customer. Okay.
Cus-
Okay. Please continue, Joanna.
Jennifer said she had been saving her money to buy the new iPhone.
Perfect. Continue.
My parents had been arguing ever since honeymoon, all the way until their divorce.
Perfect. Continue. Okay. Continue, Joanna.
I had been living in that small town for 3 years before I moved to New York.
Moved. Okay.
Move.
Porque estamos es un
Pasado.
verbo. Ajá. Entonces tiene que sonar la D.
Okay, I moved.
I moved.
I moved. Okay, thank you, teacher.
Okay. Continue,
They
Carlos. Please.
they had been studying for the math exam the whole week.
I had been reading this novel for a month.
O the correct pronunciation de novela es nap. A veces no pronuncian la L al final. Okay.
Nap.
Napo.
Novel.
Now, we have been talking with Lisa for 2 weeks.
My family had been searching
Russian.
for a suitable place to stay before they came here.
Okay. Sorryable. Okay. This. Sorry.
Sorry, bird.
She had been reading for 7 hours when she fell asleep.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Okay, and the result of a past activity. You should also understand the past perfect continuous can be used to express the cause of something that happened in the past. To introduce this usage, So you can tell a story about something unusual that happened in the past and use the past perfect continuous to relate, comment, and speculate as to the cause. Okay. Okay. Please, Carlos.
Yes, Miss.
Okay. Please, could you read the example, the abstract, please?
Sure. There was a horrible car crash yesterday. Apparently, one driver had been texting and didn't see that the other driver had stopped. Not only that, but it had been raining for a few hours, so the conditions were awful.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you. Okay. Mm, cause and effect. To show that there is a connection between two past events, the earlier of which had stopped. We do this with the past perfect continuous. Therefore, using the past perfect continuous before another action in the past is a good way to show cause and effect. Okay, I was in is exhausted because I had been working for hours weeks. Uh, I could tell my sister had been crying because her eyes were red and puffy. Another, another one is my grades were great last semester because I've been studying every night. Then it's she was all wet because she had been jogging in the rain. I was tired because I had been working all day. We were sleepy because we had been dancing all night. They were tired because they hadn't been sleeping well. Okay, use in the third conditional form. Okay, this tense is also used as a part of the third conditional. In the tense is also sometimes used in the third or past embryo. It is important to remind you that the past perfect is generally used. For example, if I had been working on that project, we would have got the contract. Uh, we couldn't have been in the upsetting if he hadn't been texting while driving. If he had been working hard, we wouldn't have had any financial problems. If I had been listening, I would have heard what the teacher said. If I had been eating better all these years, I'd be healthier. Um, report speech. Okay, this for is also used in report speech in the tense. For example, he said he had been working very hard, Jane. Jane said she had been gardening all afternoon. Okay, signal words for the past perfect continuous. Tell me, guys, for you, what are signal words for the past perfect continuous? Do you have knowledge about the signal words in this tense?
No, I don't know about it, but I guess there should be a word that tells you that after will come the past perfect continuous or something like that.
Yeah, there are no signal words solely for the past perfect continuous, but we often use the past perfect, okay? The signal words. together with the past simple. Okay, when two options in the past are combined. The following words or phrases can indicate that past perfect continuous could be used. For example, for or another called already, before, just, never. Okay, for example, and for in 2014, the Browns had been living in London for 20 years. Since we had been waiting for Chris since morning when he finally arrived at 4 p.m. When they had been watching TV when the lights went off. How long? How long had you been studying English before you moved to London? Before James had been teaching at the university for more than 8 years before he left for London. Okay, remember guys, the non-continuous verb. Non-continuous verb are verbs that we do not normally use with continuous tenses, okay? These stative verbs are about state, not action, and they cannot express the continuous or progressive aspect. You must use past perfect. Okay, as you can see here, some are some of the most common non-continuous verbs. Feeling, for example, hate, like, love, prefer, want, wished, senses, feel, hear, see, seem, smell, sound, taste, communicate, communication, agree, deny, disagree, promise, surprise, thinking, believe, imagine, know, mean, remember, understand, okay? Other states, will, belong, matter, in it, okay? It is important to understand that not all English verbs are the same, okay? Because you won't hear such as being sad. I had, for example, I had been having youth hair. I was having, so you wouldn't use the tense, the past perfect continuous in the example I have just given you. You could use a past continuous instead, okay? For example, mm, okay, for example, the car had been belonging to Charles for years before Tina Barrett. Okay, this is sentences is not correct. Tell me, tell me, Carlos and Joanna, why this sentences is not correct.
Mm, because there, because there are way better and more simple ways to tell it and say the same information.
Yes, because belonging.
Yes,
Mm-hmm. This one
I
belong.
will say that
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
because the word is in action. It's not correct. The car had been belong to George.
Mm-hmm. For years before Tina Barrett. Yes, this sentence is correct. Thank you, guys. Okay, I'm going to share the following link so you can watch the following videos by WhatsApp group, okay?
goenglish.tv
Guys, are you finished?
Yes, teacher, I did finish.
Okay.
Yes,
Joanna?
teacher.
Okay, very good. Okay, now, mm, now is the turn to take turn of this into practice. Okay, I'm going to give you sentence. Let's do exercise to practice. Joanna, tell me what is the correct in the first sentence?
The first,
Yes.
okay, the problem had been caused by lack of communication.
Okay,
Have
very good.
was.
Please, Carlos.
The situation had been getting worse for several months.
Okay, very good. Please, Joanna.
Okay,
Number three.
with how to pronounce these words. With, with,
With,
with,
with
okay.
bien.
With being looking on a plant for a few weeks.
Working. Okay, very good. Please, Carlos.
Jenny had been walking for miles a day before she broke her ankle.
Very good. Joanna, please.
I went to visit Luisa the other day. She had been um, uh, practice it
Mm-hmm.
the flute,
Practice it.
practice it the flute for hours when I arrived.
Okay, very good. Please, Carlos. Carlos.
Yes, it had been raining for 15 minutes, so they decided to call off the match.
Very good. Please, Joanna.
Okay, his face was dirty because he had been eating chocolate. Chocolate.
Chocolate, okay? No, it's
Chocolate.
chocolate. The correct pronunciation is chocolate.
Chocolate. Okay, thank you, teacher.
Okay.
She
Please
she
continue.
she'd been working in the sales department for 2 years before she was promoted.
Very good. Okay. Now you're going to play online games. Okay, to practice the topic. Okay. Okay, please. When you finish this activity, then share with me the screenshots, okay, of the request. Okay, thank you, Carlos. Very good. Okay, thank you, Joanna. Very good. Okay, now we're going to do the first assessment. I'm going to share again with you by the WhatsApp group on link that you will get it to open it and take it, okay? Okay, look at the link, please. Of this activity, put your knowledge to the test. When share with me the screenshot of your activity, okay? Open it, please. Tell me, guys, are you finished the quiz?
No, teacher.
Okay.
Teacher, I finished, but I don't know where to get the results.
Okay. I don't
Yes,
know,
yes, teacher.
but is you finished? It's okay. Thank you, Carlos.
Okay, thank you.
Joanna, are you finished?
Yes, teacher. I finished,
Okay.
but as well I can see the results.
Okay. ¿Cómo cree que les fueron?
Pues había unas complicadas.
Ok. Pero de todas maneras, ahí tienen el link para que ustedes puedan practicarlo cuando ustedes lo deseen. ¿Listo?
Listo, profe, gracias.
Okay, guys. Thank you so much for your time and for participating in this class. Okay. See you later. Have a nice day.
Okay, teacher. Thank you for your time as well.
Okay.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Guys.
Goodbye. Have a